home people, welcome back to the channel. Today is Tuesday. It's about 8 a.m. As I said in my last video, I suck at this recording thing. So I did a workout yesterday and today that I didn't really record any of. I tracked it on my watch, that's about it. Anyways, 6th of January, first full week of 2026. Yesterday, I got up, did a push workout, then went outside, walked a mile, got to work. Today, I did a pool workout, went outside, ran a mile and a half, cleaned up. Now I'm on my way to work. So basically, my routine the last 2 days: get out of bed at 5:20, leave the house around 5:50, get to the gym 6:15, drop my stuff in the locker, use the restroom, do what I need to do, get in the locker room 7:30 or 6:30, work out about 25-30 minutes. 7 o'clock, I go outside. I either walk or run on the track and then come back in somewhere around 7:15, 7:20. Hit the sauna for, goal is 10 minutes. Sometimes it's 5, sometimes it's 15. And then shower, change, get to work. I'm getting back into the strength training thing. There was a while where I didn't really do any strength training. The last 6-7 months of my life I've been running, focusing on the marathon. I did very little strength training. I think I did like 3 or 4 workouts during that entire block, just because I was focusing on running, and it definitely affected my strength. I made the mistake in the past of jumping into the gym at 100% after being out, and I'm not doing that again. I've like strained biceps, been incredibly sore, like hurt myself. Not doing that this time. So yesterday, like I said, I did a push workout. It was about 25, 28 minutes, something like that, just to get, the muscles working again. Went outside, walked a mile, went back in, did about 15 minutes in the sauna. Felt really good to be back in the sauna. It was my first time in like over a year that I believe I've been in a sauna. So that was good. Today, same routine. I woke up, did everything. The only difference is today I woke up earlier. I think I woke up at like 5:05 or so. So I spent like 15 minutes on my phone in bed. And only because I had prepped some stuff last night for today. So like I prepped my protein shake, I prepped my breakfast, I prepped my my pre-workout like drink, and everything. So all I had to do when I went downstairs was put my shoes on, grab my breakfast out of the fridge, and go. So even though I stayed in bed 15 minutes longer, I still left the house about 10 minutes earlier, I think. Got to the gym, how to do the pre-workout routine. Got in the weight room. Today I did a pool workout. Called it quits a little earlier today, around 20 minutes, because I wanted to go out and run. Went out and ran a mile and a half. Got back in. I think I did like 6-7 minutes in the sauna, and then changed and got out of there. Actually a little earlier today, despite me filming, so I could have probably stayed in the sauna longer. But that's been my last couple days. Sorry I didn't film it. I'll try to get better on the filming for the rest of the week. What's up? Welcome back. It's Wednesday morning. I am not going to lie. I struggled getting ready this morning. I snoozed my alarm for about 40 minutes. First alarm went off at 4:40 a.m. Finally got up around 5:20, couple minutes before that. But this morning I was just so tired, and my eyes, like I've been on my phone for like a minute, and I could tell like my eyes were sensitive. Every part of my being was like, let's go back to bed. And I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Luckily I had to piss so bad. I got up and went to the bathroom, and I sat on that toilet for 10 minutes on Facebook. Moral of the story: don't sit on the toilet. I'm just playing. Anyways, yeah, I sat there for like 10 minutes, and then I was like, oh dude, I gotta go. Actually, it was more like probably 15. I got up, did my routine, shave, brush teeth, go downstairs, grab a banana. I have my mixed drink here. I've been drinking Attaboy. It's like a supplement, a pre-made supplement. It comes with a bunch of different stuff, but the main things I know about are like it has alpha GPC, I think it's called, creatine, electrolytes, some vitamins, minerals. It's like a daily drink. So I'll drink this, and then I have some caffeine packets. I don't remember the name. I'll have to take pictures of it all and like kind of tag it on here, but they're 140 milligrams of caffeine. So what I'll do is I'll usually I'll add like 2 to a shaker bottle. I'll fill it up, and then I'll pour half in today, half in tomorrow. So it's actually no, it was 2 and then split it over 3 days. And then I'll add like a little bit of glutamine and a little more creatine, because I'm kind of in the loading stage right now of creatine. And then on my days that I run, I will add some maltodextrin fructose like I would do for my runs. That way I'm like not running fasted. On the days I lift, I'll have a banana, and I'll also have like a protein bar or a granola bar or something, just so I'm in there with some energy. But I do not like exercising fasted. So I like to exercise with some fuel in me. Yeah, it is 6:25. I'm here at the gym. I'm gonna go drop my bags in the locker room. Maybe sometimes, because it is kind of cool out, it's like 54 degrees. Sometimes I like to step into the sauna for a few minutes just to warm my body temp before I go work out. We'll see how I feel, how it looks, if it's even on, stuff like that. And then I don't really plan on working out today. I'm just gonna try to run. I already have my running shoes on and everything. I'm ready to go. All I have to do is drop my bag and then head to the track. So we're gonna give it a go. I have enough time to do at least 3 miles, so we'll see how far I go. See y'all later. Just want to check in. I am in the sauna right now. Just chilling.
Thursday morning, you know, I'm trying to be out here, commit to the plan, but every day since Monday, I've got out of bed a little slower, left the house a little slower, and when I get to the gym, I have less motivation. But I will say, whenever I wear my running shoes to the gym, it's much easier to just drop the bag, go outside and start running. It's way easier to start running than it is to get in the weight room, but I'm trying to work on that. Anyways, just hit a mile. Like I said, I procrastinated this morning, so probably not going to get much more in. It's already like 7, almost 7:20. So I got to get inside, get changed up. I just wanted to touch base. Next week's going to be different. The next 3 weeks will be different off schedule, just because of crap that I have going on. I'm doing a training program here, like every day for every work day, starting next Monday for 3 weeks. It's pretty much at a different location, different base in town. So my commute will be either like 30 minutes, 25 minutes, 45 minutes, hour up to an hour 15. But the start time starts the same. So not entirely sure if I'm gonna get out of bed at 3:30 in the morning to go work out before those 8 a.m. days across town, but we'll see. Anyways, just wanted to touch base. See y'all. Let's do this. 5 miles. It's been a good run so far. I feel like I lost some fitness, but I've retained more than I thought. 3 miles to go. 6.3. Hey everybody. Just finished the 8-mile run. Time was 1:26, pace 10:47. Felt pretty good. Looking at my mileage so far this year, I basically had run 8 miles up till this point. So I just doubled that. And I felt pretty good. My longest run since the marathon has been about 2.5 miles. So that is awesome. I was able to do most of it. I walked a lot of the hills just because I was trying to preserve myself, but I'm satisfied with that. I'm gonna go get some coffee.
What is going on, y'all? Saturday long run done. Good 7.99 miles. It has been roughly 6 weeks since my last run with the Downtown Run Group. My last run with them was kind of the similar distance, if I'm not mistaken. It was our last weekend run of the training plan, and it's been 6 weeks since I ran with them. There were some hills today that I had not seen in 6 weeks, and I did not miss those hills at all. I knew I was doing 8 at the beginning of the day, and I wanted to make sure that I had the energy to get through 8, so I made sure to walk some of the hills. I think I finished in like an hour and 26 minutes, 10:47 pace, despite I probably walked almost a mile probably. A lot of that is due to I would walk up the hills, and then I would get running and look at my watch, and I'm like holding a 9-10 minute pace. Oh wow. I was kind of nervous coming into today. I've actually put off 1 or 2 Saturday runs because of just not knowing what to expect. Got out there, got going, felt pretty good the first few miles. Around 2.5-3 mile mark is whenever all the hills start showing up. And then after about the 4 mile mark, it's kind of gone. 4.5, something like that. And then the rest of it's pretty casual. I did notice that my pacing is a little off. I was all over the place, to be honest. I'd be looking at my watch, like I said. I'd be 9:05, 10:20, 11:30, 9:45. It was just all over the place, really. A lot of that has to do with the terrain and such like that, but some of it's just I'm not used to running. I did put together some fuel for the run today. I had a mixture between, I know the sun's out, but I had a mixture between these 2 bottles. I made it last night. It was about 126 grams of carbs, maltodextrin fructose mix. Essentially, it was 75 grams of maltodextrin and 55 or 50, somewhere around there, grams of fructose for about a 126 gram. I ended up putting, I don't know, maybe 55% in here and 45% in here. I still have a little left in there, so I didn't drink all of it before the run. And then this guy, when I got to the back to the area where we meet, it still had a little bit in it, so I didn't consume all 120 grams or 125 grams of carbs. Not really sure how many I consumed. I also ate 1 mini bagel, which is roughly 24 grams of carbs. I just only ate the bagel, just a plain bagel. And then I also ate about half of this bowl of grapes. I brought a banana. I did not eat the banana. I also had 90 grams of Precision Fuel in my pocket. Didn't even eat these. This is one of those lessons learned from the marathon. I feel like a lot of times in my training, I would overconsume fuel and being nervous that I would waste a workout. But I would consume somewhere 75 to 80, 90 grams of carbs in an hour for a 10-mile run, which is just 2 hours. And so I would basically be consuming, I don't know, an extra 300, 350 grams of carbs for a 2-hour run, and then after the run, you know, I didn't need it. I wouldn't need it. And then, because, you know, I would be drinking my pre-fuel. I usually drink about 70 to 80 grams of carbs before I run, mixed with like a scoop of electrolytes. So I'll usually have like 1,000 milligrams of sodium, other electrolytes in there. And then I'll usually have a bagel and some fruit, which altogether, if you add it all up, it's like 120, 130 grams of carbs at least before I run. And then I'll usually always have this guy with something in there too. So if you add all that up, that's like 160, 170 between pre and then during. So if you divide that, you know, 60 grams of carbs an hour, that should get you through the first 3 hours before you need any additional fuel. I would consume all of what I just said, 150 to 160 grams of carbs pre and during. And then on top of that, I would be consuming 60 to 70, sometimes 80 grams of carbs an hour and like during fuel. So like if you think about it, just a 2-hour run, I'm close to like 300 grams of carbs, which is what, 1,200 calories? 2 of these guys per hour for 2 hours is 480 grams of carbs that I was basically wasting. I didn't need it. You add in one of these, so 2 of these and 1 of these, you're at 150 grams of carbs, which puts you at what, 600 calories. So all that to say, I was so caught up in like not under fueling and wasting a workout, like crashing during a run or anything like that, that I was over fueling, and I was just consuming these large amounts of calories every week. And that explains a lot, because during my marathon plan, I think I did not lose any weight. I might have gained a couple pounds the whole time, and I was running on average at the end. I was running close to like 28 miles a week, and I wasn't losing any weight. That's why. I went to the diner afterwards, the run group. They give runners for the run group a free coffee. It was like a 6-8 ounce coffee. And then I grabbed this thing. Smells amazing. Oh my God. I'm gonna pop the sides just so I don't have to pull it out, but look at that. It's a Bananas Foster monkey bread. Essentially, I am gonna pull it out actually. Essentially, you know, it's like bits of bread that they make into like a little loaf. They flip it over after they bake it, and they cover it with icing, cinnamon. Smells and tastes amazing. I am going to save this so that I can give my lovely wife some, because she would be heartbroken if she knew that I ate it without her. And she's had a rough week, so what better way than to give her some of my Bananas Foster. I don't know if that was accurate, but give me a break. So yeah, now I'm gonna go home. I don't really have a lot planned for today. I kind of want to tackle the garage, but it really just depends on how I feel. That's pretty much it. Nell's working. Jenna's in town, but Nell's working. There's playoffs. NFL playoffs are on. Just gonna have a chill weekend. It's been a stressful week.
Alarm clock scream, sneakers hit pavement. Yeah, baby. Knuckles grind chrome while the city take pavement. Every step cracks ice on tomorrow's staircase. Breath turns to smoke where the hunger won't wait. Pressure make diamonds diamonds and fistfuls of gravel. Temple locked tight like a piston unravel. Chain links rattle where the daylight gets chained, but souls keep traction when the storm meets the flame. Higher, wires catch fire. Echoes bounce off the canyon's cold choir. Dawn cracks the whip where the night expires. Every scar's a ladder on climbing through fire. Higher, shadow drowns higher. Rising bends but the grip won't tire. Concrete blooms where the dreams conspire. Count the miles in the acres inside. Oh, calluses map all the subway train rhythm. Bank vault dreams split through prism of wisdom. Third floor lights cut the fog into fragments. Hustle's a hammer breaking mirrors to fragments. Pressure make diamonds and fistfuls of gravel. Tempo locked tight like a piston unravel. Chain links rattle where the daylight gets chained, but souls keep traction when the storm meets the flame. Higher, higher, wires catch fire. Echoes bounce off the canyon's cold choir. Dawn cracks the whip where the night expires. Every scar's a ladder run